What's up, everybody? This is Whiskey in the Six. I'm Rob. Trying out a different sound system today. That lapel mic had a lot of focusing issues on the app that ran the mic, so I decided to invest in the new iPhone to kind of power this microphone system. We'll find out how that works out after today. This request was from Patreon Joseph Horton. This is the 2022 version of the Blue Spot, 58.9%. Same ABV as the 2021 and 0.2 higher than the 2020. I know that there's a 2023. I can't remember what the ABV on that one is. I think it's 57 point something. Can't remember exactly. But I remember tasting this next to the 2021 and it being better. So, Joseph, here's your review, buddy. Thanks for the request. Okay, so this is a combination of bourbon cask, sherry cask, and Madeira cask. Original Blue Spot was said to have 21-year-old Madeira aged whiskey in it. I'm not exactly sure if this one also has 21-year-old whiskey, but I wouldn't be surprised. The price varies place to place. There was big hype around the first edition, and then it kind of settled down. It seems like now you can probably get this for retail if you're quick enough. It will be coming out every year, so I don't think there's that much of a craze for it anymore, and I don't think there's still 21-year-old whiskey in there, but I could be wrong. On the nose, this is really nice. I find that if you're going to use a Madeira, it's most wise to mix it, blend it with other aged casks like bourbon casks, like sherry casks, just because I find that Madeira on its own kind of is flat. One of my favorite Madeira whiskeys is the Springbank 17 Madeira, also had rum cask. So I think it helps when it's blended with a little bit of something else as well. This one's really nice on the nose. I've always loved these Blue Spots. Definitely my favorite of all the spots. Probably second would be the Yellow Spot, your basic 12-year-old. Probably just bourbon cask aged, I think. This one's really nice. So, lots of honey. Something dessert-like on the nose. For the Greeks, like that, like baklava, I probably pronounced that wrong, but that kind of note, you get that like pastry kind of nutty honey sweetness on the nose. On the palate, so there's some heat. It is probably majority 7 years old, you would think, with the 7-year-old age statement. Some sweetness on the finish for sure. Nice viscosity to it. So the spots come from Middleton Distillery. There's a lot of the big stuff comes out of only 2 distilleries in Ireland. That's changing now, of course, but a lot of the bigger name brand stuff comes out of Middleton. I think the other one would be Bushmill. I could be wrong about that. I think that's where Redbreast is from. I don't know, one of the two. Please correct me in the comments. I'm sure someone will. A little bit of banana on that. A little bit of tropical fruit. Really nice. Overall, this is, like I said, one of my favorite of the spots. The only red spot that I've had, I wasn't a big fan of. The gold spot, again, not a big fan. I think the blue spot kind of blows it away. Something more fruity, What I love about an Irish whiskey is when it really captures tropical fruit, and I think this one does that. Whereas the other ones I don't think did that very much. I do believe that Irish whiskey, the best Irish whiskey I've ever had was an SMWS Bushmill pastries and sweet treats. It was a bourbon cask, so I think they can be best in a bourbon cask. Turcano 16, the original, just bourbon cask, excellent stuff. All right, very nice. Is it worth buying on secondary? No, I would say there's definitely better whiskey out there for some of the secondary prices that were floating around, especially early on. But if you can get this at retail around $100, I would buy that all day. I would buy a backup of that for sure. So I'm going to give this one an 86. I think it's very good. I'm not going to go crazy finding it, but this bottle I believe is Jeremy's, and I have the 2021 just over my shoulder to my left. And I do like this one maybe a touch more than the older one, although the older one was based on my older scoring, so it probably didn't get as low a mark. But I do really like this, and I would buy it. That's it for me, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you really like the video, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and you can support this channel on Patreon. Cheers.